Man, those brand new cars are toast, swallowed by the flood. It started as a typical California autumn day. Golden sun, ocean breeze, a deceptive calm. But as night fell, that serenity shattered. A monstrous Pacific storm, one of the fiercest in years, slammed into the state with apocalyptic force. Torrential rain, hurricane-like gusts, and deadly flash floods from Los Angeles to the Bay Area. In mere hours, freeways became raging rivers. Homes vanished under mudslides, and canyons scarred by wildfires turned into torrents of ash and debris. In Pacific Palisades, police raced door to door, pleading with residents to escape before the hills collapsed. In Burbank, a movie studio's roof caved under 5 inches of merciless rain. By dawn, Southern California was a surreal wasteland, submerged in nature's wrath. This wasn't just a storm. It was California's reckoning, a chilling preview of a future carved by water and wind. When the storm roared ashore, California was blindsided. What began as a drizzle over the Pacific exploded into a maelstrom of thunder, wind, and relentless downpours that battered the state from end to end. Highways drowned, power lines fell, and hillsides crumbled under the deluge. Los Angeles County was hit with over 5 inches of rain, unleashing flash floods and mudslides in neighborhoods like Pacific Palisades and Malibu. Still raw from January's wildfires, Burbank marked its wettest October day ever, with 2.37 inches in 24 hours, collapsing roofs and flooding homes. Up north, San Jose and San Francisco battled flash floods that swallowed streets and stranded cars on Interstate 280. Winds howling at 70 miles per hour tore through canyons, uprooting trees and plunging tens of thousands into darkness. Emergency crews braved the night, rescuing drivers from rising waters and clearing debris-clogged highways. By midnight, California's major cities, from the Bay to the Basin, were in full crisis. This wasn't a weather report anymore. It was a disaster, rewriting what a California autumn could mean. Check this out. Just north, looking down toward PCH. That's Publix's parking lot, now a lake. As night gripped Southern California, the storm unleashed its full fury. Winds screamed through palm-lined streets, turning signs and debris into deadly projectiles. Rain pounded rooftops, drowning out distant sirens. Entire neighborhoods in Malibu, Topanga Canyon, and Altadena plunged into darkness as power grids failed. Emergency alerts blared through phones. Evacuate now. Flash floods and debris flows imminent. Police and firefighters waded chest-deep through mud, banging on doors to guide families to safety. In Pacific Palisades, first responders braved torrential rain to warn residents near fire-scarred slopes teetering on collapse. Along Interstate 5, stranded drivers stood atop their cars as floodwaters surged. In Burbank, rescue crews formed human chains to save people from submerged vehicles. One rescuer called it pure chaos. You could hear the wind, the water, the fear. By midnight, over 50,000 homes were without power, lit only by lightning that revealed the growing devastation. California, a state that burns every summer, was now drowning under its own skies, and the worst was yet to come. Look at that. Unbelievable. Meteorologists had warned this storm was a beast, a rare hybrid of tropical moisture and a cold Pacific front. It birthed an atmospheric river, a narrow band of water vapor carrying more volume than the Mississippi River, dumping it directly onto California's coast. The National Weather Service called it a once-in-a-decade event, fueled by abnormally warm sea temperatures and a volatile low-pressure system. This setup turns a storm into a monster, said UCLA climatologist Dr. Hannah Lee. In the San Gabriel Mountains, rainfall topped 6 inches, while valleys endured 2 inches per hour, rates that overwhelmed urban drainage systems. Burn scars from past wildfires turned slopes into deadly mudslides, sending walls of debris crashing into neighborhoods. Satellite data revealed a massive subtropical moisture plume stretching over 2,000 miles across the Pacific, proof of climate-driven weather extremes intensifying along the West Coast. This wasn't a fluke. It was a warning, a signal that California's climate balance is spiraling into dangerous new territory. No way. As the rain finally slowed, the human toll emerged. From Burbank to Malibu, families returned to homes buried in mud or filled with knee-deep water. Cars lay piled like wreckage along Ventura Boulevard. Sidewalks were strewn with shattered glass, uprooted trees, and children's toys swept away by the flood. In Altadena, Joseph Kim stood amid the ruins of his garage, heartbroken. It's not just the water, it's what it steals from you. Photos, letters, things you can't replace. Emergency crews rescued over 60 people from vehicles and hillside homes, while Red Cross volunteers and local churches handed out blankets, food, and water. Hospitals saw a spike in injuries, from hypothermia to electrical shocks from downed power lines. The elderly were hit hardest, many unable to flee alone. In Los Angeles County shelters, evacuees shared tales of terror and resilience. A mother held her child tight, whispering, "When the lights went out, he thought the thunder was monsters." In the darkness of that stormy night, Los Angeles found its humanity. Neighbors saving neighbors, strangers becoming lifelines. By sunrise, the storm had passed, but its scars told a story of survival. Across Los Angeles, cleanup crews cleared blocked drains, removed fallen trees, and restored power to thousands still in the dark. Streets once choked with chaos now buzzed with volunteers wielding shovels and sandbags, their boots splashing through puddles to help neighbors reclaim their homes. In Malibu, firefighters and residents worked together, scraping mud from driveways and rescuing stranded pets. Pacific Palisades High School's gym became a supply hub, stacked with water, flashlights, and canned food. "We've seen wildfires, earthquakes, and now this," said Fire Captain Elena Morales, watching her crew clear a flooded underpass. But these people don't quit. They rebuild stronger every time. Local businesses donated hot meals to workers, while musicians played in shelters to lift spirits. The solidarity was undeniable, proof that resilience is forged in storms, not calm. From the Hollywood Hills to South Central, Los Angeles began to rebuild, not just brick by brick, but heart by heart. As the skies cleared, Los Angeles faced a stark reflection of its vulnerability and strength. Scientists warned this storm wasn't a one-off, but part of a broader climate reckoning. Rising ocean temperatures, shrinking snowpacks, and atmospheric instability are rewriting California's weather patterns. What was once a 100-year storm could soon be routine. "This isn't bad luck," said UCLA's Dr. Wallace. "Every degree of warming fuels storms like this." Her words rang in policy rooms and living rooms alike. For Angelenos, the lesson hit home. Flood defenses built decades ago can't handle modern extremes. Emergency systems were pushed to the brink. For working families, losing a car, a week's wages, or a home means years of recovery. Yet, amid the wreckage, a truth emerged. Adaptation isn't optional. From stronger infrastructure to sustainable urban planning, Los Angeles must evolve to not just survive the next storm, but thrive beyond it. Look, the water's still rising here. When the last clouds drifted over the Pacific and sunlight bathed the hills, Los Angeles stood battered but unbroken. From Malibu's beaches to Burbank's boulevards, people swept away mud, patched roofs, and checked on neighbors. The city's pulse, its rhythm of sound, motion, and light, one truth stands tall. Storms pass, but the will to rebuild never fades. Like, share, and subscribe for more gripping stories of survival and nature's unstoppable force.